After getting shut down in the first round by the Wolves, the Nuggets are looking to retool their roster for next season. Let's see what they can do on this edition of The Nest. Hello everybody, welcome back to The Nest, Star XP. My name is Robin, back retooling each NBA team as we get into the off season, and today we're going to be tackling the Denver Nuggets, who obviously had a very disappointing season, or at least a very bad postseason in losing in the first round to the Minnesota Timberwolves, who were hurt. And so I think Nuggets fans and many people around the league are looking at the Nuggets and seeing what they're going to be doing. But honestly, I don't think they need a ton of changes. They just need slight retoolings and slight alterations in order to be better. So what does that look like? And we're going to start off with the trades I think they should make. So first off, the Nuggets, I think, are going to be looking to acquire somewhat of an upgrade over Christian Braun this offseason, because I think his youth and his contract are going to be extremely detrimental to the team long term. So I think moving off of him and trying to get someone that can help win now but also expire earlier will be huge for them. And that's why I made this trade with the Boston Celtics, and I think you can see where this is going. So in this trade, the Celtics acquire Christian Braun, Jonas Valanciunas, and Zeke Naji, and the Nuggets acquire Derek White. Straight up, no picks involved, anything like that. You may need to involve second-round picks if you're the Nuggets, because the Celtics love their second round picks, so you may need to do that. But in terms of like the core, this is what the core of the trade will look like. Now, why would the Celtics do this? They're coming off their own 3-1 comeback series loss. They need to retool as well. They need to get a little bit younger. Derek White underperformed, so they may look to move off of him and see if Christian Braun can come in and fill in that role and have a little more potential. And if not, he's young, so he will be able to develop and possibly turn into a Derek White alternative. And then obviously the Nuggets, they get a 3-and-D player, they get a KCP and Christian Braun replacement, and they get hopefully someone who can be a better stretch player and a better shooter than some of these other guys like Zeke Naji, like Christian Braun, like Jonas Valanciunas. So that's why the Nuggets do it. Next up, if you watch my Clippers video, you recognize this trade because it's the same exact trade. It's basically trading Isaiah Jackson plus picks 36 and 53 for Cam Johnson. This is just moving off Cam Johnson's contract. You get some second round picks that you can flip again for another role player if you wanted to, but you could honestly just pick two players with 36 and 53 or trade them again for like pick 31 and just get early in the second round. So it's up to you how you would want to handle that. So then after that, it's just re-signing free agents. Re-sign Peyton Watson. I would give him like a 4 or 5 year, $100 million to $125 million deal. I wouldn't give him the max or anything like that, but give him that big trade that big contract to help him stay, because he can be that really prolific two-way third option for you. And then I would also re-sign Tim Hardaway Jr. He was big. He was a 6 Man of the Year candidate. I think he can continue to do that for you. And then sign Kevon Looney to play backup center for Jokic. And the reason I say Kevon Looney is because he fills the gaps of what you kind of need at that backup center position. You need a very good rebounder, and you need someone who's a very good screener, so that when Jokic is off the floor, you can run the offense through Jamal Murray, through Derek White, and Kevon Looney has made an entire living off of handoff screens with Steph Curry, with Jordan Poole, with all these guys in Golden State. So now Kevon Looney can do the same thing for Jamal Murray, for Derek White, for Peyton Watson, if Peyton Watson wants to become a shooter like that. So I like that concept as a secondary offensive option, or at least a secondary offensive creator for the Nuggets. But honestly, yeah, I think that's it for the Nuggets. Just a matter of re-signing those guys, making those trades. You have picks 36 and 53 or whatever they turn out to be after the lottery. You could easily trade those after the first round, see if there's anybody in the second round that you want. If not, you can trade them for just future picks or something like that. I wouldn't worry too much about them. You're not going to get much value out of them anyway. And if any team wants the second round picks, they may be offering up like a mid-tier two-way player, mid-tier role player, like a Bryce McGowan's type or something like that. Something that you can use in your rotation but won't be terribly impactful for you. But that would leave us with a lineup of Jamal Murray and Derek White running the starting backcourt, Peyton Watson, Aaron Gordon running the 2 forward positions, and then Jokic running the 5. And off the bench, you obviously have Jalen Pickett, Tim Hardaway Jr., Isaiah Jackson, Day'Ron Holmes, and Kevon Looney. There's not really a small forward on that bench right now, so you may need to figure that out, and maybe a small lineup in terms of wings. But maybe just sign a guy like Javonte Green to run the backup 3 position, someone who will be relatively cheap. So, yeah, I think that's it for the Nuggets. I like this lineup, and I know the Nuggets may be considering trading Aaron Gordon, but I don't think you need to, especially with this lineup now, because Jokic is obviously going to be the number 1 option. Jamal Murray is going to be that number 2 option, or like 1B option. And then you have Peyton Watson as the 3rd option. Derek White is the 4th option as a shooter. That leaves Aaron Gordon just doing what Aaron Gordon does best, filling in that Draymond Green role where he's just defense, hustle, secondary guy. He fits that role perfectly with this lineup. And then you can bring out guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. can come in and fill in for the Derek White role. He can come in and fill in for the Jamal Murray role a bit. And obviously Kevon Looney filling in for the Jokic or Aaron Gordon role as well. So let me know what y'all think. If the Nuggets should make any further trades, or should they just completely scrap the team, let Peyton Watson walk, let AG, trade Murray? What should the Nuggets do? I didn't have them make too many trades or have them make too many changes with their lineup, but you may disagree, so let me know what you think down in the comments below. And make sure to stay tuned and go check out the TikTok and Instagram and all that, because I'll be covering this team and other teams a lot more throughout the off season. So again, let me know what you think, and until then, y'all, peace.